So I got a lot of reaction to the 7 astonishing places to renew your spirit. The post that I wrote last week, places I've been, but there are so many more. And so what I was thinking of was encouraging people to investigate. This is outside the realm of the normal tourism stuff. I did a lot of wonderful luxurious trips before I started traveling this way. Hi, Ryan. And the thing that really spun me around um, was really this. We went to Bora Bora 3 times, and 2 times stayed on a houseboat stationed way out on the outer Motus with Wolf, our son, who's been to 20 more countries than I have. I've been to 34, he's been to 55. And so when you take your child traveling, it does affect them. And that was such a beautiful nature experience that it ignited me onto experimenting with finding places like that, just really being open, not doing the research or anything like that. And then the big trip to Nepal, Bali, and India came up when my son was living in Nepal doing a volunteer project, and then he started his own nonprofit. I didn't even have any interest. If he hadn't been there, I don't think I would have gone to Asia, but I went and my mind was blown because what I didn't know is the holy places. There's so many around the world, and you can find them in any country, well, most countries, but there's so many in India and Nepal, in the mountains, monasteries, temples, so many incredible experiences, ashrams, the Ganga River. There are so many holy places. And the ones that I've been, I didn't include all of them in the in the post on Substack, Astonishing Places. So I think I'll have to do part 2. But what I wanted to convey today was that you can use that in your experimentation for solo travel. And you can go to these places often when there's not a lot of crowds going. You can figure out the off season and not have to, like, I never go to Europe in the summer. I've never been to Europe in the summer. That the thought of the crowds and the double and triple prices doesn't appeal to me at all. So I always go in the winter, and I use my 90 days from the USA. That's all we get without a visa. And I have a fabulous time in the Mediterranean. It's pretty mild climate. It's milder than the San Francisco Bay Area where my home base is. And it gets cold here. I'm usually by the ocean, so that's pretty cold. I mean, not cold compared to growing up in upstate New York. There's no snow, but the weather is different. It rains, but you can have nice sunny days up to 70 degrees. It's not that cold. Plus, you're in Italy. So I go back to Sicily every year and I think it's my 8th time now. I haven't even explored the whole island, even though I stay there a couple months. There's so many things. Mostly nature is going to be the holy part. But you just never know. Like Mount Etna, I wasn't expecting that to affect me so much. It's absolutely beautiful. I love volcanoes. I loved living on Hawaii. There's a lot of mystical places there. I mean, just be open to the idea of going somewhere that would renew your spirit, that doesn't include resorts and touristy kind of things. I'm not saying those things are bad, because I've done them and I've had a lot of fun doing them. High-end hotels, stuff like that, I've done. But when you dig deeper into a culture and find out, like the thing that I really loved about being in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, was that country is 99.9% Buddhist, and people were going to temples every single day, just as a matter of fact. They would just do it to do their prayers. And the temples are gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning, and a very different kind of stunning than I've seen in the many other countries I've been in Asia. One time I was 18 months in Asia, so that gave me a lot of opportunity to explore places off the beaten path. Hi, Dr. UV. And be open to it. See, when you slow travel, you can be open to doing something that you didn't even plan. So when I left San Francisco, I didn't know when or if I was coming back. I went to Asia. I went to Thailand first, India, Nepal, Laos, Cambodia, Bali, and Myanmar, that trip for 18 months. And I did end up coming back because my mother was ill. So I came back. But you don't know what's going to happen. And if you're open and you don't plan everything, I'm more of a planner now. I mean, I've been traveling 20 years, and as you travel, we are getting old joined. You can stay young by traveling. I'm telling you, I'm 69, and when I started at 49 doing full-time travel, I actually feel I have a better perspective now after traveling for all of those years and seeing other cultures and being immersed in other cultures, doing volunteer projects. My profession is photography, so I would offer my skills taking pictures. And I had a lot of fun doing that. It's a very physical job, but it's fun. And so whatever you do in your professional life, you can offer that at these nonprofits, ashrams, holy places. I mean, I've done it, and it gave me a completely different viewpoint on being in that country. So I just want you to I want to encourage you to feel open to doing something that really renews your spirit, that may sound crazy to everybody else. Like, something that was important to me in India was to go to the different Buddhist places where Buddha was born, Lumbini, Nepal. He was not born in India. It's very close to the border of Nepal, so I'm wondering if... No, I think it was always Nepal, because India wouldn't give any land to Nepal. They'd be more likely to take it, like they have done around the perimeter of Nepal, because they're a more powerful country. So he was born there, and then he was enlightened in India, in Bodh Gaya. I went there, and both those two places were transformative for my spirit. And they weren't easy to get to. They were not on the North American USA tourist trail at all. But once I started, and I didn't include all of them, another holy place, Varanasi, which is on the Ganga River. That's one of the oldest cities in the world, in India. Wow. You just get transformed by these cultures in a way that you had no idea this stuff was going on. I mean, one of the things I love about India is that there's so many different religions and languages, and it's all accepted. I didn't see any fighting and disagreeing like we have here in our own country, in USA. If you're from US, almost all the people that are free subscribers are from the US. So that's how I'm saying it. And so that was so refreshing that there wasn't this battle of religions. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then I started staying at these abbeys and convents and monasteries and ashrams and living the day-to-day life with people that are living in these places and doing their practices. Not this isn't like this, white high-end boutique experience at all. You're living like a monk as well alongside them. I mean, of course, you're not one of them, but it gave me a different perspective because, when you're meditating and going to their chanting and in these monasteries, it affects you and it helps you to simplify your life, to think of your life like they do, which is, I started reflecting a lot more on that, every day I know I'm going to die. So enjoy your life, do good, be kind to people now. And in your everyday life, don't get caught up in the past or the future because really all we have is right now. So does anybody have any questions? Because I think this is a little bit of an esoteric angle of traveling that I don't talk about very much. And I was happy to see that there was a good reaction from both my free and paid subscribers to my last post about astonishing places in the world. Many of them were in India, where I've spent a significant amount of time. I had a 5-year visa at one point, and I spent a lot of time in India. And that helped me a lot. I came home back to California with a different attitude and met incredible people and had transformative experiences. And it's things like that that make you want to keep traveling because it's not just a pretty picture for Instagram. It actually affects your spirit and your body and your mind, and they're all connected. It's not, I mean, people would say, oh, you're a photographer, so that's why, that's why you travel. That's not really why. Even if I wasn't a professional photographer, I would still travel. The point isn't to get the picture. It's to be changed by your experience. And I've had 11 one-woman exhibitions of my travels around the world. And when I did the talks at these exhibitions, that's when people really connected with me because it wasn't so much about the picture. It was how the picture was created, what was going on while I was immersed in these cultures. And it can be the same for you. When you get immersed in cultures, you can't help but be changed by the different religions, the different language, different clothes, different money, different food. That's got to change you on a cellular level so that you don't think of your life just as, I mean, I came back to Silicon Valley with a completely different perspective. Money is not the end all and be all. It is great to have freedom, but there was this study done that at a certain point, and it isn't even that much money, you're just happy with what you have. Having, all of these billions more, like these oligarchs, I'm probably saying it wrong, doesn't make you happier. It's not exponential. So that makes you pause, because things are really run by money in most parts of the world. And I'm in Silicon Valley right now, and innovation money, I mean, that's the thing here. I am grateful for the healthy economy that we have here. Yeah, people are getting laid off, but I've had my own business for 40 years, and I'm grateful for it. And I can help you if you want to get started on your solo traveling or any kind of traveling. You don't have to be by yourself, but I have become an expert in that because I've done it in 34 countries by myself. The other thing I'm doing, I wanted to tell you about is I've taught photography all over the world and also done paid programs at Intel, Stanford, University of Hawaii, Apple Computer. in privately, my own private retreats. In fact, the Sicily retreat is full, so if you wanna come to a photography retreat next year, let me know, and I'll set up another one. I'm gonna do one in Paris and Champagne region retreat for next year. I'm thinking 2026 fall. Anyway, um, I'm gonna do an online course in photography. That's gonna be before Christmas. Should be by next month. And I hope you guys come. It's gonna be very affordable. But if you're gonna go traveling, I highly recommend, if you want pictures that you can really remember the experience, but like sometimes I forget all the great stuff that happens, and then I look at a picture I took and I'm like, wow, that actually happened to me. Hi, Eileen. I'm glad you came over. So photography can help you, and also it's so great that people, um, your friends will see your pictures and be inspired by them. That's one of the funnest things about doing the exhibitions, which I didn't know until I started doing them. I was doing full time with my own business, 725 weddings here in the heart of Silicon Valley. And when I switched to traveling all the time and doing exhibitions and selling my work, great big pictures, it was so great to see people would look at the picture and want to have that experience. It was more about that, I think, than anything else. I mean, yeah, it was a beautiful picture. But some of them would say, "I'm probably never gonna go there, but I can have this picture," which I thought was really inspiring for me, because I thought, "This is something I saw that was beautiful, and it can inspire you too, even if you don't go to the country." But I recommend traveling and exploring. I know it's not for everybody, but why not do it and see the world, especially if you're age 50 to 100? I mean, we don't know how much time we have left. We don't know if we have 30 years, 30 months, 30 days, 30 minutes. We just don't know. And I'm so excited to go to France and Italy. Every time I go, and I've been many times, I'm more excited than the last time. I don't even, at this point in my travels, I don't even think like, oh, I've done it, I need to do something else. Like, I've discovered such beautiful things that I want to experience over and over again. Some things I don't need to repeat, but many things I've found I wanna repeat. And also going to a country over and over again is great because you dig deeper into that country. You might learn the language, the culture, lots of cool things happen. So, if you guys don't have any, questions for traveling the world or changing your life and finding these incredible places, definitely I'll have the link below. Go to my last, newsletter post, 7 astonishing places to renew your spirit, because they did transform me, and I think you're gonna change too. I can't predict how, but it's definitely gonna affect you because they're very powerful places. I just got back from Mount Shasta, which is in Northern California. It's one of the most powerful vortexes in the world. It's 14,900 feet high. And I went up to 9,000 feet on the mountain to Panther Meadows, which is usually closed because there's so much snow. I've taught photography up there in Mount Shasta and on the mountain. Retreats, I've taught writing and yoga up there. It's a powerful place and it does affect you. It will renew your body and mind. I guarantee it. So stay in touch with me. Come on over and subscribe. If you really are serious about traveling, become a paid subscriber because it's not that much money. And hey, check it out for a month if you like, or sign up for the whole year. You're going to find out really how to do it, how to start doing it. You have more access to me. And of course, you can always do a one-on-one consultation. You can book it. And that's also a good thing to do because then it's very personal about your own itinerary, and I help people that way too. So I'll see you in the next video and stay in touch, and I hope you come on over to my newsletter and join the fun.